The Indian Express article heading is on winter air. Delhi does the right thing. Your dictation will be start within 5 seconds. Start. The Delhi government has done the right thing is framing a pollution control strategy at least 5 months before the city's air quality assumes crisis proportions. It comprises most elements of the graded response action plan that have so far guided the NCR's approach to containing winter smog. But unlike in the past, when administrators would wait for the air quality index red alerts to impose restrictions, curbs on vehicles, and construction activities will come into force from November 1 and continue for the next 3 to 4 months. Delhi government and private offices will operate with 50% in person staff attendance. This proactive approach would allow workplaces and business establishments to redesign work flows, stagger employee attendance, invest in digital infrastructure, and make transport arrangements before the pollution region season begins. The plan addresses criticism that Delhi's pollution control authorities spring into action only after the fall air precipitates a public health emergency. The said bans and restrictions should not be part of a long-term pollution control strategy. Cleaning up Delhi's air will require creating a governance framework that rewards sustained reductions in emissions. Measures to implement the remote working directive, for instance, will need to be framed in a language of people's well-being and public health, not coercion. Stop. Policymakers will also be well advised not to treat work from home as substitute for clean community. Delhi's recently framed EV policy is not notable step in this direction. At the same time, reducing cognition on the capital's roads calls for sustained investment in reliable and interconnected public transport. The Delhi government has increased its fleet of electric buses and the metro has improved urban mobility to a great extent. But last mile connectivity remains weak across many neighborhoods. The vendor plan should therefore be part of a multi-pronged pollution control strategy. In recent years, experts have underlined that the national capital is part of a larger airshed with a chronic pollution problem. Delhi's air quality is influenced not just by activities in the city and its neighborhood, but the toxic smog that engulfs the city in winters is also fed by biomass burning and industrial and transport sector emissions in an area strengthening from Punjab in the north to Bengal in the east. In fact, most Indian cities fail to meet the national ambient air quality standards. The capital's decarbonization plan should therefore be part of a larger project to ensure that people across the country stop.